Hello, welcome back. It's been 3 weeks, I think, since I last did a proper sit-down episode of So, I have a lot to catch you up on. Before I last spoke to you, I was planning my trip away. So, I went on my holiday, had a really good time. It was a cheapest flights challenge, I think I told you that, and the video is actually playing in the back, so there's a little sneak peek for any of you observant ones. But yeah, it was really fun. I went to 4 new countries, 4 new cities, across 8 days, so that was 5 flights, which was a lot. But honestly, it wasn't as tiring as I had expected it to be, and I would probably do it again. I am very tired by the end of the video, but that is more because of my hostel situation. Now, the hostels I stayed in were pretty good. I just had the worst luck with roommates, and especially in Malta, which was the final stop. I had this roommate that was snoring as loud as like a chainsaw or a motorbike, like the loudest snoring I've ever heard. So I got barely any sleep, and it really does show on my face on that final day. But anyway, I'm not gonna dive too deep into that trip itself. You can go watch this video when it comes out, which will be this Saturday. I don't know what time yet, probably around 2 o'clock. But yeah, it was a fun one. And let's talk about it a little bit. Not about the plot, but what sort of work I've been doing for it. So if you've been looking, you'll have noticed there's a motion graphic, which is of like the plane taking off and going between locations. I'm really happy with how that's turned out. That's not using any plugins or anything. It is simply just, I found a SVG of an editable map. I created a little plane icon and the little pop-ups, and I just sort of animated it. It's really fun. There's also a bingo element to the video, which I mentioned right at the start of it, so that's not a spoiler. So what I was doing was I created, there it is, perfect timing. I created a little bingo card for sights to see, since I didn't really plan this trip too far ahead. So it gave me a sort of incentive to go out and find each thing in each location and have a fun time. And it was a really, really enjoyable way to travel. And I would recommend it to anyone planning their own wee trips, even just for fun, right? Not for content creation. I'm definitely going to do it again. I think, I'll be honest, I think this video does get a little bit confused in its sort of function, like game show sort of function, because it was meant to be a cheap flight challenge, and it just sort of gets overtaken by the bingo. So it is a little bit confused. I would definitely do both ideas again, but separately and a bit more refined. I think the cheap flights challenge would probably be more exciting if I didn't book ahead of time and I just sort of did it when I woke up, or got somebody else to plan my trip and I just had no idea where I was going. So that might happen in the future. And it's getting quite dark in here. Hold on. That's the wrong way. Oh my god, sorry guys. There we go, that's a bit brighter. But the bingo thing I would definitely do. I think it'd probably be fun to do a sort of jet lag the game style video. I don't want to rip them off too much, but do like a big bingo card and then an Interrail pass for a week and just see what we can tick off. That would be a fun one to do. So maybe, who knows, that's probably like over a year away though if I'm to ever do that. So anyway, that's probably enough about that video. I've been editing it, you can see the editing. Same as Copenhagen basically. I did another soundtrack for it as well. Let me just talk about that quickly. This week I have recorded, I want to say 5 different songs, different clips, not clips, different, just like little 2-minute songs. I'm really happy with a lot of them. I think they're kind of good, and honestly, there's a couple that I'm tempted to expand into proper songs. But yeah, 5 new songs this week, which was a challenge. That's one way of putting it. I was just like sat here for hours, just with my guitar all hunched over here. But yeah, I'm very happy with it, and it's a totally different vibe to the Copenhagen music. And now I've got a whole plethora of music that I can use in the background of these videos. So there we go. I'll probably include one of the songs in the background of this, like I did with the Copenhagen one before. So yeah, that's enough of that video. What else have I been up to? Well, I've got a new series on my Instagram, and on my TikTok. You can go follow me there, called Let's Make a Collage. There we go, there's one of them. So I've had this little sketchbook by Legally Binding Books, one of my clients. Go check them out. Here's their Instagram. They're very, very cool. One of my good mates, and just really good, solid, hand-bound sketchbooks. So yeah, I've had this lying around for like a year, and I've been scared to do anything with it just because it's such a nice sketchbook. But then lately I've been wanting to do a bit more collage work, just to get a bit more hands-on and less digital. I've been very digital focused for this last sort of 6 months. So I wanted to do something a bit more fun, a bit more involved, and so I'm making collages, and I've picked the theme of travel images because then this becomes like a scrapbook as well. So this was a Paris trip in 2023. This was when I went down to London in, I've put January. I've wrote January. I think it was March I went. That's fine. And then this is Brussels, which was last year. And that's the start of the Interrail, and I've got, I think, another 20 or so locations for the Interrail before I catch up to the trips that you've seen. So that series will run until, if I follow my schedule, it should be about July before I run out of places. But then I can do collages of other things, can't I? So yeah, enjoying that. And it doesn't take very long to make, which is really ideal because videos like this and videos like my Instagram reels take hours. Whereas the collage is probably an hour in total. So yeah, really happy with how they're coming out. If you want to see them, go follow me on Instagram. Bam, please. Yeah, what else have I done? I brought back Redesign High Street, so there was only one in the last 2 or 3 weeks, just because I've been away and I've been focused on other things. But it is back this week, and I did Tile Studio. Here's one of the logos I made. I'm really happy with it, and nobody's watched the reel. It's performed really poorly, and I really like it, which is a shame, but hey ho. Go watch it. And what else have I done? D&AD. That's the big one. I can't believe I forgot about that. I am stressed. I am back to like uni levels of stress over this project just because of the time constraint. Because I was away doing this, I've left myself with about a week and a half to work on this D&AD project. I thankfully had an idea before I went away, which gave me time to ponder it when I was sitting in the airports and on trains and whatever. But yeah, this next week ahead is pretty much all scheduled to be D&AD. But I have started I've got a little document. You'll get a little scroll down here, and then I've got a few mock-up images, which will pop up here. And that probably covers it. Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. Oh, tell a lie. One more thing. I have a new client job. This local solar energy company has got in touch with me to create an advert for them in the Black Bitch magazine, which is Linlithgow's local magazine. So that'd be really cool to see my work in print again. And the cool thing about the Black Bitch is it goes to every house in Linlithgow. So that's awesome. Everybody's going to see my stuff if they have a little read through. So yeah, you'll probably see that next week. It's in my schedule to do this week, so we'll see. But yeah, other than that, pretty much everything. I've been applying to more jobs, still no luck. Yeah. Okay, thank you for watching, and please subscribe. You can go watch this video when it comes out on Saturday. I do music. Go listen to my Spotify, and go follow my Instagram or my TikTok or whatever you use. Go follow me because I make cool things. Okay, goodbye.